welcome back to Life with Joannis. And I'm Joannis. I am the star of all the shenanigans that happens on this YouTube channel. On my channel, I basically talk about my experience and my journey through the accelerated nursing program in hopes to help other people. And I also and always like to include my international students and those who are planning to be international students. I also like to talk about things, tips and tricks that can always assist and just make the journey a teeny bit easier. So if you like what I'm all about, like, subscribe, follow, share, ping, have at it, whatever you want. Without further ado, let's just get into today's video. Alright, so today I will be talking about McMaster University.
Yeah!
So if you've been accepted to the accelerated nursing program at McMaster University, this video is for you. I will be covering first what's next, what's the next step, as they say, now that you've gotten your admission. During my time, the first thing was a police check that I had to do, or rather it's called a vulnerable sector check, VSC. So there are different types of police checks, so make sure you read the fine prints and read the specific one that you need. Now the second thing that we did have to do was we had to submit like proof of some vaccinations, and I don't just mean COVID, so I mean like your MMR, so your measles, your mumps, your rubella. There were also some tests that you had to do. And my international students, or maybe not even international students, if you know that you were not born in Canada, also get on top of this quick, because in my case, I was born in Nigeria, so I had to call my mom, who had to go back to the hospital that I was born years ago, and it was a bit hectic, running around. All right, and then the third thing we had to do was the CPR. So we had to get the CPR certification. Now, there are some nursing schools that require like CPR and first aid. When I did mine, McMaster only required the CPR. So if you're getting the CPR and the first aid, you usually pay more money, and I think that's like a 2-day session thing. So again, make sure you read the fine print. Maybe in the future McMaster starts to ask for first aid as well, but if you still want to get it just for personal reasons, hey, have at it. Do what you want, but just make sure you at least get the one required by the school. And then the final thing that we had to do for McMaster was we had to do a couple of modules. Now for this one, just a little tip, I don't know if they've changed it. So McMaster has this portal called Mosaic, and so Mosaic is where you go, you can see the program you're registered and enrolled in. So when you go to Mosaic, I believe if you go like towards the it's called something regulatory training. When you go there, you search the name of the module. They'll already tell you all the modules that you're supposed to do. When you search it, you need to enroll. So just click like enroll, right? So that's the first step. Now the second step is there is a separate portal that McMaster deals with. It's called Avenue. Now Avenues is it's another portal where you do most of like your classwork. That's where you get to submit your assignments, see what your tutors post. So when you enroll for those courses in Mosaic, usually after a couple of days, like 3 to 5 days, it will show up on your Avenue, and then you can go to Avenue and then do those modules. So you just have to like watch the videos and then answer some quiz questions. Don't be worried, those questions, they were pretty easy, but also even if you didn't get it right the first time, if you didn't get like 100%, you can always do it like multiple times. It's not that serious, to be honest. But yeah, so these are the first couple of things that we were required to do. So like I said, try to get on top of them as soon as you can. All right, so the second thing, or the second main thing that I'll be covering is what to buy. The first thing was scrubs. Right now, for our scrubs, again, McMaster would tell you specifically the scrub to buy. Like I said, there are a lot of like healthcare programs, and they wear like different colors of scrubs. So make sure you're buying the correct color. But if you make a mistake and buy the wrong color, make sure you keep your receipt and that you don't take out the tag. That way you can return it. Now, when it comes to scrubs, it can be delivered, so you can buy it online. But I didn't do that because one, you pay for shipping, and to me, it just wasn't worth it. If you're worried about, oh, do I need to have my scrubs the first day of school? No, you don't. You only need your scrubs for labs and placements. And trust me, nobody's giving you lab on the first day of school. Like it's not even going to make sense. So if you live in, McMaster is in Hamilton, Ontario. So if you live in Vancouver and you're worried, oh, do I need to get my scrubs before I'm able to go down? Don't worry about it. When you move and you get settled down, you can even buy the scrub the first day of school, as long as you just get it before your lab day. And the lab days are usually like later in the week, maybe like Thursday or Friday or something. So the scrubs are sold at the bookstore. Oh wait, hold on. Let me tell you this right now, because I learned the hard way. McMaster is a very, very big school, at least compared to my first undergrad, the first university I went to. They have two bookstores. So the first one is more of like the general bookstore. That's not where you're going to find your McMaster nursing scrubs. The second one is the nursing or the health science bookstore. And this bookstore is located at the McMaster Children's Hospital in the basement. So that's where you need to go to for your scrubs. Anyways, this is what this bad boy looks like. This is the color. Oh, and it comes with like this logo. So for those who are wondering if you could just get the scrubs somewhere else, you can't really, because it won't have like the McMaster logo on it. But anyways, this is what it looks like. But yeah, this is a small, so you also have to keep in mind that they're unisex, so this is for both boys and girls and others. You have to include everyone now. If you're wondering, the material does not stretch, so you know, it doesn't stretch. This is just regular cotton, it doesn't stretch. And then these are the pants. I guess I should have measured the length, but I didn't. But yeah, this is what they look like. I know some of you may be like, oh my god, why is it rumpled? It's rumpled because I pulled this out from the laundry basket, so I still need to wash it. So pardon me for my scrubs not being ironed, but yeah. But yeah, that's it on the scrubs. But like I said, if you do get it, there wasn't a fitting room, so even if you get it and you go home and you fit it, it doesn't fit, that's fine, you can take it back as long as you keep your receipt and you do not take off the tag. So make sure you don't. The second thing that we had to buy was the accelerated nursing kit. So this includes like your IV bags, basically things for you to practice with. Now, again, this was something that they sent us a link on. Now, pay attention, because when they sent us the link, it had a couple of links. So there were some that were for nursing students who were like in the regular 4-year stream. And then there was a link for those in the accelerated nursing stream. So make sure you're choosing the one for the accelerator nursing stream, because I think there were like slight differences. And then there was an option. You could get the kits with a stethoscope, or you can get it without. So if you already had a stethoscope from your previous life or your previous job and you didn't need one, you can get it. So I'll show you the stethoscope first. This is the brand. I guess I'll also put the name. This is the brand that it came with. Yeah, the Littman Classic. Now this is pretty much a very famous or popular stethoscope that most people, even in the hospital, like most doctors and nurses, use this. So I don't work for the company, so I'm not advertising them or anything, but we had the option. It had like different colors, so you could choose. I chose blue, and this is what my blue looks like. I think that was another blue, I can't remember, but anyways, this is what mine looks like. And then yeah, so for the kit, this one is level 2, so there's so many more. It's just how it came in like a cardboard box, so like a lot of them. So, but this specific bag, it just has, this is just normal saline, still normal saline. This is, I've opened this, it didn't come like this, but because I've practiced with it, that's why it's open. But this is just your IV tubes that you just connect to your IV bag and connect this part to the patient's arm. But you know, just stuff to practice with. This is just Tegaderm to, like, you know, hold the IV thing in place. And yeah, nothing fancy. So there are a lot more. I just didn't think it was worth it just doing a whole like unboxing. It's just, so these overall are like the general like first step things that you can get or step to get. If you need any help, any assistance, feel free to message me on my Instagram. I'm going to put that somewhere here. As always, on